Hi guys, I'm Rachel and welcome back to Rachel Reads. If you are new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be filming a TBR, what I want to read in the month of August. Now I wanted to shake things up, and instead of just picking 5 books like what I've been doing the last couple of months, I wanted to do something a bit more interesting, which is why this month my name is going to pick my TBR. I know it's probably not as exciting as some of the other YouTubers are doing, but I thought it was a start. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So if you don't know, my name is Rachel, as I said at the start, but you might have forgotten. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to pick a book for each of the letters of my name. So R-A-C-H-A-E-L, so it's going to be 2 A's. Everything else is just 1 letter. And I'm not including the in the title. So for example, the chain would just be chain, so it would start with C. It just makes it a little bit easier. My other condition was I needed to pick multiple genres. I couldn't just have all books of one genre. So I think I've managed to get a good mix of thrillers, contemporary and historical fiction in this lot. These probably won't be all of the books that I read this month, but this is the bare minimum that I want to get read. There probably will be other books, but we will see. I'm very much a mood reader, so I don't want to restrict myself too much. And Thrillerathon is coming up later in the month, so I want to make sure I have time to read those books as well. So the first book that I have picked for the letter R is The Road Between Us. So this is a historical fiction. It is set in World War II, and it also has a subsequent plotline that is occurring in 2012. I remember picking this book up and I really wanted to give it a go. I believe it's about people being deported from Germany. I'm not 100% sure. I want to go into this book without too many expectations, but I do really enjoy World War II historical fiction, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a shot. And it meets that requirement, so it starts with R. We get rid of the road between us, and it is a historical fiction, so that is the first genre that we will be looking at. The next book that I picked up is another historical fiction, and this has been on my to read list for a very long time, and it is All the Lights We Cannot See. And this is also set in World War II, and it's about a blind girl, Mary-Lo, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and her being in occupied France in World War II. Again, I've wanted to read this book for a very long time. It meets the genre, so it starts with A for Achel, and it's a historical fiction. So I probably don't want any more just historical fiction in my haul, because I have 2 now. If there is something that is historical fiction but it fits into another genre, then that would be fine. Okay. The next letter is C, and the book that I picked is The Chain by Adrian McIntyre. So I picked this book up in my latest haul, and it is about a chain of kidnappings. So essentially, one woman's child would be kidnapped, and in order to get that child back, she needs to kidnap another child and call that mother and get that child to kidnap another child. I think the premise of this sounds really interesting, and I cannot wait to read it. It's also not particularly long. It's only about 330 pages, and it is double-spaced with big font. So I think this will be a nice, easy read, but I think it will be very entertaining. The H that I picked up for Rachel is another thriller, but this is a historical thriller. And it's set in 1913 when, it is Half Moon Lake. I should probably tell you what it's called. Half Moon Lake by Kirsten Alexander. And it's set in 1913 when a 4-year-old goes missing in the woods. And no one knows what happens to this boy until the boy is found in the company of a tramp several years later. I've heard really good things about this book, and I really want to give it a go. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity, because I really didn't have that many books starting with H on my to read shelf. Okay, the next book that I picked up, so the next A in my name, so R-A-C-H-A, is The Accusation. Sorry about that. and this is by Wendy James. I also picked this up in my latest haul, and this is about a girl who goes missing named Ellie Cannon, and she blames a local drama teacher, and the drama teacher pleads innocence, and it's a story about, you know, he said, she said, is the drama teacher actually guilty? I thought this sounded really interesting, and it also fits really well into this particular TBR. For E, I picked up The Escape Artist by Diane Chamberlain. This is still in the little package from when it was delivered. I love Diane Chamberlain. I have recently just finished reading The Ghost Child, the Ghost Daughter. I feel like it was called The Ghost Daughter. If not, I will put it in here. And this one is about a woman that loses custody of her son, and instead of turning a little boy over, she goes on the run with him. So really interesting premise. Diane Chamberlain writes really good family drama, really good contemporary fiction, so I'm really looking forward to this. There's usually some sort of mystery element as well, and I think this will be great. The last book that I picked up, L for Rachel, is The Last House Guest by Megan Miranda. I've heard great things about Megan Miranda, and I've wanted to get into her books. I have heard very mixed reviews of The Last House Guest, but I love the front cover. It's got like little water, it feels like little water droplets, and you just want to sit here all day and go like this. This is the story about two separate towns where wealthy holiday makers go. A simple harbour community for residents that serve them. So each summer for a decade, some girls go to this particular town and they are inseparable until Sadie, which is one of the girls, is found dead. And the police rule her death as a suicide, but her friend can't help feeling that there is more to the death. So really looking forward to reading that one. So they are my seven books on my TBR this month. Please let me know if you've read any of them and what you think. Let me know if you like this idea for picking my TBR. It's a little bit something different and not just the same, me picking 5 books. Next month I will try something different. Let me know if you have any ideas for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.